this camera, you guys. Let's see here. We're making do in a small space. Okay, I think this is going to cut it. It's still too cold for me to be outside in the garage, so I'm teaching inside. So I'm just going to be functioning within this space. So just give me a little grace today. Okie dokie, guys. So today is Friday, and it's been a very interesting week. And actually, yesterday I was talking about how we want to be sure that we're not getting stuck in the story of everything that's happening right now, because it's really tempting, or not yesterday, excuse me, the day before. It's really tempting to get stuck in what we perceive as happening around us without knowing all of the elements of what's going on. But not to mention the fact that, it's so easy to get stuck with our brain is super slow. I don't know what's going on. Sorry, guys. Like when things happen and they feel negative or challenging, which a lot of us have been going through those kinds of issues right now, losing our electricity, pipes busting, things of that nature. And it's easy to get locked into that energy. That's really more of what I'm talking about. And two, hearing all these stories about what is happening without necessarily knowing if all of these things are absolutely true. And I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying that we don't want to allow ourselves to get so fixed into the story or so fixed into the thing that's happening that we fail to still continue to access the beauty and to be in gratitude for all of the amazing things that we still continue to have in our life experience. Now, with that being said, I'm not saying that we should also not, spiritually bypass these things or pretend like they don't exist. That's not the way to go about it either. We experience the thing, we feel into the feelings that it initiates within us, and then we make conscious choices and take conscious actions that support the feeling, right? So, if I am really stressed out and upset about the way things are right now and that a lot of people are in need of a lot of different things, instead of getting so sucked into the energy of sadness and loss of hope and all of these things, anger or frustration potentially at who I think's fault it is and all this stuff, I can feel the feeling and whatever it elicits within my being. And then it's up to me to make conscious choices and take conscious actions from that space to alleviate the feeling that I'm experiencing. And that can be done in a whole lot of different ways. There's a bunch of different ways that we can alleviate those kinds of feelings. We can be of service. We can reach out and figure out how we can be of service. I will say during times of trouble and times of challenge, it's just like that Fred Rogers, Mr. Rogers quote says, during the tough times, look for the helpers. Who are the helpers? There's been so many helpers, so many people I've seen on Facebook and different forms of social media that are just willing to go do anything to help people in their communities. And it's such an amazing, beautiful, uplifting thing. This is when we can really be proud of humanity and say, oh my God, look at all these amazing people who are willing to step up and sacrifice or do what they need to do to help their brothers and sisters, right? So I can choose to be a helper, and that helper can go in a lot of different ways. I do what feels comfortable and safe for me, right? Like, I know my limitations of what I can't necessarily offer, but I do know what I can. And that can be something as simple as prayer, intentional thoughts about assisting and uplifting the people around us. And that's not something to look down upon. I mean, that is such an incredible offering just within itself. Everything we do energetically to contribute to the greater good is an amazing, beautiful gift within itself. So we don't ever want to judge the quality of the offering that we're giving and saying that it's less than or it's not enough or any of that kind of stuff, because I know a lot of people can get stuck in that saying, that Florence Nightingale mentality of, I got to do more, I'm going to have to kill myself so that everybody else can do well if it's going to be good enough. You know what I mean? No, we don't want to give from a place that is going to put us in a precarious situation. We want to give from a place that is going to allow us all to be whole and complete and full, right? So I can give back in a lot of different ways. There's a lot of ways that I can help shift the energy. And one of the most important things for us to remember within the spiritual community specifically is our responsibility to do so. So it's super tempting when we hear the story to get sucked up in the story, right? Like my kitchen pipes bursted, and it's so easy to get sucked into the tornado of the story of, oh, poor me, oh my gosh, I have to do all this work now to fix this thing that broke and clean up all this water and do all this stuff. And oh, I'm not going to have water for however many days, and whatever story we can tell ourselves about the situation. Yes, I honor the truth of what happened. Okay, yes, I have work to do. On the grander scale of things, are there worse things that can happen? Absolutely. Is this something that is going to put me in peril, or threaten my life? No. So this isn't something for me to get lost in the story, where I'm getting so lost in the story that I'm allowing the emotions, the feelings of what's going on to take me into this whirlwind where I'm now telling all of these stories. Everything's negative, everything's bad, right? I have to learn to stay grounded in my own energy. So when all this stuff is happening around me, I can stay rooted in my own being. Why? Because it's my responsibility to anchor into the earth, into this time and space, the kind of energy I want to experience more of. Why do I do that? It's not just for me. I'm anchoring energy into this time and space for everybody around me too. When I can stay grounded, when I can be rational, I can come up with conscious actions, have conscious thoughts about what is going to make these things better. I can take action from that space. I can stay rooted in my own being and continue to vibrate at this level of vibration that I have put so much time and effort into procuring, right? If I just get sucked into every little whirlwind that comes around me, I'm not anchoring into this time and space, the quality of energy that I want to experience more of. We're feeding the wolves. Which wolf am I feeding? There's a story of two wolves. Two wolves exist in all of us, right? Which one am I feeding? Am I feeding this energy that's procuring and providing more of the stress, more of the grief and sadness and all this stuff? Or am I feeling the feeling, allowing it to transmute within me, to alchemize within my being so that I can make the conscious choices and take the conscious actions, letting go of the rest, allowing it to move through me. I'm not going to hold on to it and tell a story about it, which is going to allow it to root within my being. Now I'm anchoring into this time and space, a specific kind of energy that is not of the quality that I want to experience more of. Feeding the wolf doesn't mean that I'm not feeling real feelings and that I'm not having real experiences and being truthful and honest about it. It means that I have learned to continue to establish my specific vibration and continue to anchor that into this time and space so that it can be the invitation for every single person around me. We've talked about heart resonance before, that heart resonance that expands. You hear lots of variations, 8 to 10 feet. Some people say Kundalini community says that part of our being radiates more like 25 miles out. I don't know that there's an actual place where that ever stops. I think that your bigness is going to be as whatever it wants to be at whatever time it wants to be. Just remembering the power of that heart radiance. Whatever I'm promoting energetically, whatever I am contributing to energetically, I'm anchoring that energy into this world, into this universe. Is the energy that I'm emitting, that I'm contributing to this time and space conscious? And is it of the quality that I want to experience more of? Am I offering an invitation to the people around me to meet me in an elevated vibratory level? Or am I meeting other people down in this other space of fear, lack, all of these kinds of energies that we don't want to continue to anchor into this time and space? What is the quality of the energy? So today, during our practice, I want us to ask ourselves, what is the quality of energy that I'm currently emitting? What is it that's being pressed out into my heartfelt resonance? You know, whatever, however many feet we would perceive it to be. What is the quality of that energy right now? Am I sending love and feeling that connection and unity and offering hope and inspiration? Or am I pressing energy out of fear, predominantly based of fear and lack and hopelessness? Now, I'm not saying that like we're bad people when we feel into these things, right? We just don't want to stay stuck in it. We want to be conscious about the energy that we are emitting constantly. Always, always evaluating that self-awareness. What is my contribution? Is it what I want it to look like? If it's not, I need to do some work and I need to create some change within that space. Yes, feel into it. Yes, see it. Don't be ignorant. We have to look at the ugly, but allow that to transform our inner being so that we can be the assistants that we need to be within this time, within this space, to help uplift everybody and everything around me, because that's my job. My job is to create beauty, to leave beauty everywhere I go, to seek beauty in every single thing, to be the one that can do that first so that I can give everybody else the hope and inspiration necessary to uplift them from those feelings of hopelessness and all of those things, when we used to get stuck. Are you still getting stuck? If you're still getting stuck, that's just an indication that more work needs to be done. It's not something to be embarrassed of or afraid of, or you're not a bad person if you continue to get stuck in these old cycles of behavior. However, it is an indication that change is necessary, right? There's work to be done. There are things that need my attention so that I can heal that energetic space and offer the energetic contribution to this time and space that I came here to offer. I'm here to vibrate at my highest capability, to be that uplifting vibration all the time, to anchor into this time and space my most authentic quality of being, which is an expression of divinity. In divinity, there is no, lack. There is always my ability to be taken care of. And something important to, that we're going to be doing today, we're going to be doing a lot of humble postures, because this is going to be our offering to everybody here in Texas and any other states that are suffering right now from all of these really excessive temperatures, these very cold temperatures, and then potentially, some of the loss and the challenges they're experiencing. We're going to give back today through our practice. This practice is going to be dedicated for everybody who is really feeling challenged, who's having a super tough time. This is not a small thing. This is an amazing gift that you can give through the energy of your being. You're establishing an energetic vibration. You're sending it out into the world. Through our practice, we're offering that love, that hope, that inspiration, that desire for everybody's needs to be met. We're making conscious choices and taking conscious actions to assist in that as well, right? What is it that I can do today? If I'm feeling stuck in some of these feelings and emotions that, more needs to be done, I'm not going to wait for other people to do it. I'm going to be the change that I wish to see in the world. I'm going to take the conscious actions and make the conscious choices that are necessary to help assist within that space. When I do that, that lifts the burden off of my heart. Right? I realize that I'm contributing to the level that I have the availability to do so, whether it be praying every day, whether it be dedicating a practice, whether it be mantra, whether it be taking real actions that I'm like, I have lots of firewood, I'm offering firewood to other individuals, whatever it is, food, heat. I've seen many, many people opening their homes. That's not necessarily something everybody can do. So we have to find what works for us, right? So today during our practice, we're really projecting that energy outward. We're anchoring that energy into this time and space of safety, security, connectedness, wholeness, unity, no lack. All of these kinds of things, we're projecting that out so that everybody around us can meet that invitation where they can choose to also vibrate up into that space, okay? So that's what we're going to be doing today. It's our way to give back. So we're going to be in these humble postures. When we're in these humble postures, I want us to really be sinking into our own being and feeling what we find within that heart space, right? What's in there for me today? What is it that's meant for me to take the conscious action and make the conscious choices about? What's going on? What's the quality of my own being? How can I refine it to be that ultimate vibratory emission that's going to most uplift and support the people around me? So that's what we're going to be doing today. Like I said, we're not feeling guilt if we're getting stuck in some of these old patterns. We're just recognizing the need for change. Where does some healing need to be done within my own being? Perhaps I have something going on around that energy of lack mindset or some of that stuff. So just this is an opportunity to become aware. Once I know the thing is there, once I see where the healing needs to be done, I can focus my energy on healing that energy. Then I can pursue whatever means are necessary for me to shift that energetic space within me, for that alchemy to occur within my own being that allows those energies to neutralize and to meet me at my most pure vibratory space. Okay, so while you're on your mat today, also, if you're coming up against any of those kinds of things, if you're meeting any of those places, those self-imposed walls that we create within our own being, those limitations, where it has to do with lack, fear, grief, sadness, whatever it is, we're going to send the love into that space too, because we heal the world by healing ourselves. So whatever it is that you're meeting within your own being, you're finding that resistance, you're finding those places, sending that love, that grace, that kindness, that uplifting energy, that nurturing energy into that part of your being so that you can help shift that energy into a place that's more life affirming for you and that is of the quality of your most pure vibration. Okay? We're always coming back to do that work of cleansing that stuff that's not serving us, shifting those energies that aren't assisting us, and shifting this time and place and anchoring the energy into this universe, into this earth that are of the quality that we want to emit, that conscious quality of energy that we're emitting. Okay. So we're going to get started by coming into our easy seated posture. I'll pull up my hair for you guys because I've tried this before with my hair down and it does not work. So coming into your easy seated posture. If you've already been sitting here with your legs crossed, go ahead and kick them out for a second, pedal them out. Yeah, it's not cute, but it'll work. And just sink into your body and sink into your breath. Lifting up through the rib cage, through the heart space, allowing that heart to float up towards the chin. Just dropping that chin ever so slightly back and down so that the head hovers over the heart hovers over the sits bones. One nice strong center line of your body for that energy to facilitate. When we create that length in the body, we're opening up space for that energy to move unobstructed so that we're getting the most full effect of that energetic quality that we can experience on our mat today. So make sure you're nice and long, feeling the crown of the head shining into the sky. Dropping the shoulders back and down. And just finding that equal length of inhalation to exhalation. Remembering the power of the breath, the magic of the breath. On every inhalation, drawing in those energies of love, support, gratitude. On every exhalation, letting go of anything that's not serving you today. You don't even have to know what it is. Just letting go of whatever's ready to move, whatever energies are ready to shift, transmute. All of that stuff starts to happen the minute you come into agreement to doing the healing work, whatever that looks like, whether it be making your own ritualistic cup of tea, because it makes you feel amazing, entering into your yoga practice, going and getting any kind of spiritual work done, Any of that stuff that we do to uplift our vibration, to shift us, to heal us, all of those things start to occur before we even come into the space to do it. Before I sit on my mat for my practice, my spirit is already heeding the call. It's already beginning to transform, to shift, to do the work that's necessary to draw me towards my highest and greatest good. Because the soul knows what to do. Your soul knows what to do. So trust in that space. Trust. The more you trust in your higher aspect of your own being, the more beautiful work can be done. The most effective that healing work can be. So trust into your own soul space, that higher aspect of your own being, to know what you need right now in this moment. Trust that that work has already begun and that it's going to come to its highest fruition throughout this entire practice. You're going to get everything you need today. Take those hands and gently rest those fingertips outside of those hips. Inhale, arms come overhead, nice and slow. We're not in any hurry here. Drawing all of that energy that exists around you in your auric field all the way up, reaching those fingertips into the sky towards the sunshine. Nice and long through those arms. Feel like they're growing out from those shoulders. Those fingertips are coming a little bit higher into the sky. Exhale, turn the palms away from each other and press the hands back down, compressing all of that energy, grounding all of that energy. You're already refining the quality of your own energy right now, just grounding that energy, shifting any of that stuff that's not serving you through the exhalation. Inhale up, receiving all of those things that are meant for you today. Feeling into the quality of that beautiful energetic field into the sky, long through the arms. Exhale, press the palms away from each other. Allowing those fingertips to finally, gently find the earth. One more time, inhaling up. Not thinking, just feeling. Reach through those fingertips, nice and charged fingertips, like antennae that are drawing that energy of divinity down through the fingertips, through the palms of the hands, the arms, the shoulders, all the way into the heart. Receive as much of that as you want to. Exhale, turning the palms of the hands away from one another and dropping them slowly with grace and ease, nice and controlled movement all the way down back into the ground. Beginning on our left side, we're going to inhale, swing that arm around the front side of the body. Reach those fingertips towards the opposite wall as we press the heart space forward. Exhale, swing it down. Allow the fingertips to find the earth. Take it to the right side, inhaling up. Reach towards the opposite wall. Drop that shoulder back and down so that the heart space is exposed. Exhale, take it down, swing it. Take it into a flow now. Moving at your own pace. One more time on each side. Matching that breath with the movement all the time. Rest those fingertips down into the mat. Framing those hips, close your eyes, draw your attention inward and upward towards those higher senses of your being. And just connect, feeling into the quality of the energy of your own soul space, receiving whatever information or knowledge is meant for you today. One more deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Inhale, we're going to take those arms up directly at the side. Swing that right arm across the front side of the body. Take that left arm underneath. We never want to rest that arm on the joint of the elbow. If you need to take it to the forearm, that's okay, but we're really striving to come up onto that bicep and pull it across. Open up through that shoulder blade. Allow that right hand to hang, totally dangling. You don't need to support or lift it up. Relaxing all of the tension in that upper back where we hold on to the burdens. And just visualizing those energies leaving from that upper back. Because I choose to no longer carry it. I choose to trust. I choose to take conscious action. I choose to make conscious choices that shift my energetic state of being into the quality of energy that I want to experience more of. Not to promote more of the energy that I don't want. You can pull it a little bit farther across if that feels comfortable and safe. If not, just stay where you're at. We're keeping the gaze neutral towards the front. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, open up through those arms. Spread those wings super nice and wide. Feel again like those arms are just shooting out from those shoulders. They're growing out from that space. Those fingertips are reaching a little bit closer to the walls next to you. Exhale, take that left arm across the body now. Right arm swings underneath. Pull it in. Relax through your left arm. Allow it to hang. And just breathe into that. Not forcing or pressing. We never force or press, never pressing into pain, tingling, or numbness. That is when the body resists, contracts away from us. We allow the body to unfold, to open up, to expand by giving it the opportunity, the invitation to relax, to open up, to release. And when we just allow the body to move at its own pace, to release when it's ready to release, to let go when it's ready to let go, to unfold when it's ready to unfold, posture becomes so much deeper than we could imagine. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. Inhale, open up those arms nice and wide. Conscious movement. Reach those fingertips all the way out. And just start to feel the energy that exists between your two hands, feeling into the quality of the energy around you in that auric field through the palms of your hands. Breathe into it. Remember, we're not breathing air directly in front of our face. We're breathing in that cosmic energy, that prana, that life force energy, taking that prana into our being, reinforcing all of those places that need it, that feel compromised, that feel challenged, that feel weak, that feel tired, totally enlivening them, totally filling them up, charging them with that beautiful life force energy. As you start to draw those hands closer together so that we can take them into prayer pose, moving nice and nice slow, super slow. As you take the palms of the hands towards each other, compressing the energy that exists within that auric field, all of that beautiful energy of light, prana, new life, loving support, anything that you need from the universe today. We're drawing it into the space between those hands. What is it that you need on your mat today? Allow yourself to compress that energy in between the hands as you draw them towards one another, feeling into the density of it, energy, the magnetism, the electrical charge. Taking those fingertips up towards the sky as those hands find one another, feeling the denser the energy becomes as the hands come closer. Compressing that energy into both palms, creating your pranic and aponic energies. Then tucking your thumb, anchoring that energy into your breastbone. Allow those thumbs to be the conduit which pours that energy into your being, all of those things that you needed today on your mat, all of that healing energy, all of that uplifting energy. Allow the thumbs to be the spout of the pitcher that pours all of that energy into your being, visualizing yourself becoming completely full with all of that prana and new life. Visualizing it like a beautiful golden energy or a beautiful pink glittery energy, whatever it is that serves you to your highest and greatest good today. We're taking those deep breaths. Forearms are parallel to the earth. Heart space is radiating forward, completely charged through that energetic exchange that's occurring between the hands and the heart. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. You can release your left hand down onto your left knee. We're going to come into some breathing exercises here. We're going to do our Nadi cleansing breath. So you can take your right thumb to the outside of your right nostril. Middle finger is going to come up, resting gently into your third eye. Pointer finger is going to just cross and relax directly on top of that middle finger. Closing off that right nostril, we're going to inhale through the left side. Close off the left nostril with your ring finger and lift your thumb so that you can exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the right. Close off the right nostril with the thumb, lifting up the ring finger. Exhale. Inhale deeply. Close off the left nostril with the left ring finger. Lift the thumb. Exhale. Inhale deeply through the right side. And just continuing on at your own pace with this Nadi cleansing breath. Cleansing all of those energetic channels of your being. Visualizing all of those channels cleansing themselves, releasing any of those blockages. Like if a river had a bunch of rocks and tree stumps in the way, this breath is going to move all of that stuff out of your path, clearing those energetic pathways so that your body can better facilitate and achieve what it needs today to access that highest vibration possible. So we're cleaning up those rivers and lakes that exist within our own being, those energetic channels, so that we can fully be at our highest vibration, really existing at that most authentic expression of being. Continuing on. One more time on each side, finishing up with an exhalation through the right nostril. Gently releasing that hand down onto the knee whenever you're through. Take a few deep cleansing breaths. And then on your next inhalation, we're going to come up on our hands and knees so that we can come into our tabletop posture, stacking our shoulders on top of our wrists and hips on top of the knees, just gently swaying those hips from side to side here for a minute, waking up the body. Waking up those hip joints, that place where we hold on to so much of our mobility, our ability to move forward in life, to take actions, those conscious actions that will facilitate our highest and greatest good, remembering that our life is an experience that requires our contribution of energetic exchange, whether it be physical or energetic. And we're going to start to take those deep sweeping hip circles. So first coming to the left side, drop the hips to the left. Take those glutes back down towards the heels, swing it around the right side, and then coming forward, left, back, right, forward. And just continuing on, allowing this to become a super meditative movement by closing your eyes and just allowing the body to move you, not forcing or pressing, but allowing the body to take whatever form of movement feels the best this morning. Moving that energy, shifting the quality of our energetic being, refining all of those aspects of ourself that would take us towards our highest and greatest good. Letting go of the old programs, the old dogma, caring about what other people think, and just sinking into your own experience. The next time you find yourself towards the front of that rotation, take it in the opposite direction. Right side to left side, forward. Deep sweeping hip circles. Next time you find yourself towards the front, come back into your tabletop position so that we can begin those cat-cow stretches. You're going to inhale, drop the belly, lift the tailbone and the gaze for your cow. Hold that posture for a moment and breathe into it. And then exhaling, tucking the tailbone, rounding through the spine, taking the chin to the chest. Beautiful fluid movement from the tip of the tailbone to the crown of the head. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lifting the gaze, fluid movement. Tuck the tailbone, round the spine, tuck the chin. And just continuing on, allowing that movement to be super fluid, moving from the tailbone to the crown of the head. Moving as fast or as slow feels comfortable and safe to you today, but remembering the faster you go, the warmer your spine. So if you need a lot of warming up this morning, move as fast as you need to so that body can be super open and flexible. Couple more times. Come back into your tabletop position. Draw your knees towards the edges of your mat. Press the glutes back down towards the heels, releasing the belly into the earth. Heart space falls into the mat, reaching those fingertips as high towards the top edge of your mat as possible. Allowing the third eye to gently rest into the earth beneath you, connecting to that deep vibration that comes from within the earth, connecting us to that deep, safe, secure, nurturing vibration, that beautiful caretaker that the Mother Earth is. Meeting her in that space, surrendering, remembering it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to seek the help or the support of the tools that are available to us. When we refuse to take advantage of those tools, of the assistance that's available, we're allowing the ego to keep us in a place of suffering. Why suffer when you don't have to? We're all a part of each other. We're all here to support and uplift each other. Say yes to the help when you need it. Seek the help when you need it. Don't be so proud that you force yourself to suffer needlessly when you could be thriving. It's like that story when that guy is on top of the roof of the house and he's asking God to come save him, and the boat comes by and the guy says, "Oh no, God's coming to save me. I'm fine. I'll wait for God." And then he sends a helicopter and he tells the helicopter, "Nope, I'm good. God's coming to get me." And then he sends a man in a raft and he says, "Nope, I'm good. I'm waiting for God." And then the river starts to climb and he starts to drown and he's asking God, "Why didn't you save me? Why didn't you send some, why didn't you come and save me?" And he's like, "I sent you a boat and a helicopter and a raft and you turned them all down. So we have to learn to open our hearts to see with those eyes that are outside of our traditional perception of our programming, and to see other options, other availabilities that are going to allow us to thrive and succeed and access the beauty within our life experience. Inhale, we're going to rise up. Draw those hands up towards the body. Come up onto your hands and knees. We're going to come into our Crescent Lunge series, which is a super, super, super humble series. It's really, really beautiful. This is those postures that I was talking about when we're in these postures. This is when we're really exposing the heart, allowing for all of that beauty of love and compassion and empathy and desire for the highest and greatest good for every single individual to really pour out of our heart during this exercise. So while we're engaging in this Crescent Lunge series, really be aware of your heart space and the energy that you're promoting through that vibration of your own heart. So we're going to curl our toes under and press our hips into the sky for our first downward facing dog. We're going to inhale, come up high on the toes. Exhale, drop those heels down the mat. Inhaling up. Exhaling down. 2 more times. And then inhaling, we're going to start on the left side, lifting that left leg up into the sky. Exhale, bend that knee, rotate through the ankle. Inhale, lengthening through the leg. We're going to exhale, pull that leg all the way through for a low lunge. We're framing that foot with both hands. We're going to remain high on those back toes if you can. If you can't, go ahead and drop that heel into the earth and take your toes out at a 45-degree angle towards the edge of your mat. So just listening to your body. But if you can stay high on those toes, we want to inhale, rise up into that crescent high lunge and just sink into that posture. My pants are just rolling down on me. So toes of the left foot are pointed forward. We're high on the back toes. Hip points are directly straight forward towards the front of the room. Arms are reaching up into the sky. I know you can't see that, so I'm going to fix this really quick. We're going to take it a little higher for now. Arms are reaching into the sky. We're sinking a little bit deeper into that high lunge. We're not hinging forward from the hips to do so, though. We're just rooting and grounding into that posture, dropping that straight line, that length of our body, anchoring it down towards the earth in a nice super straight line. Exhale, hands come in front of the heart space, falling over here. Inhale deeply, and then we're going to exhale, twist, taking your left elbow over your left leg. I'm going to turn around so you guys can see what I'm doing here. And then working to draw the hands towards the heart space. Now I can't do it on that side. We'll take it nice and slow. Nice long back leg. Now using your core strength, we're going to inhale, come back out of it. Reach those hands back up into the sky. We're going to lengthen through both legs. Front leg is straight now. Back leg is straight. We're going to pivot to the right side and turn around on our mat. Right foot is now in the front. Left foot is now in the back. If that foot is planted, your toes are out at the edge of your mat, 45-degree angle towards the left wall. We're going to exhale, come down on your left knee, uncurl those toes. Take those hands and clasp them over each other, but keeping those pointer fingers directed upwards into the sky. Inhale deep. Exhale, hinging forward from the hips. Drop those fingertips in front of your right toes. I'm going to move the camera again so y'all can see. Just like this, dropping the forehead towards the knees. Relax and breathe into this humble posture. Dropping that third eye towards the knee. Bowing to those energies of divinity, the highest and greatest good. Recognizing that everything is always exactly as it should be in each and every moment. Trusting that everything is happening exactly as it should be. Now, using your core strength, we're going to inhale, hinge back up from those hips, draw those fingertips into the sky. This is what happens when you're teaching in a very small room. Reach through those fingertips. Exhale, cactus out the arms. Press the heart space forward, lifting the gaze to the sky if it feels safe on your neck. Inhale, reach those fingertips back into the sky. Clasp those hands. Point your finger directly upwards. Curl the back toes under. And draw yourself up, back into a standing position. We're going to pivot and turn towards the left wall. Take your toes all the way back to the starting point. Left toes are forward, back toes, heel is planted into the earth. Toes are pointed at a 45 angle towards the edge of the mat. Inhale deeply. If you need to step that back foot forward a little bit to feel more grounded and safe in this posture, then do so. Exhale, hinge forward from the hips. Drop those fingertips into the earth just in front of the left toes. Bend your left knee as much as you need to. Take the forehead towards the knee. And breathe into your posture. Humble warrior posture. Using your core strength. Inhale, nice and slow. Rising back up. Reach those fingertips up into the sky. Exhale, cactus. Inhale. Reach those arms back up as you step that right foot forward to meet your left foot. Y'all can't see my face, but we're going to inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactus out the arms. Inhale, reach the fingertips into the sky. And exhale, hinging forward from the hips. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, drop your fingertips into the earth. Come up high on your toes. Curl into your seat or that power ball posture. Tucking your chin to your chest and your forehead to your knees. In this seated posture, visualizing all of those energies that you're planting, rooting, grounding, anchoring into the earth. What is the desire of the heart in an effort to assist, to shift? Visualizing all of those energies being rooted into this time and space through this beautiful seated posture. Still high on the toes. Inhale, press the hips into the sky. Exhale, releasing the heels down into the earth. Step it back for your downward facing dog. Just breathing into this pyramid posture. We're going to take it to the opposite side. Inhale, lifting up through the right leg this time. Exhale, bend the knee, rotate the ankle. Inhale, lengthen through the leg. Exhale, pull it all the way through, low lunge. Or excuse me, we're coming into that high lunge. So we're going to inhale, rise up, and draw those arms upward into the sky, making sure those hip points are directly towards the front of the room. Exhale, hands come into prayer pose. Inhale deeply. Exhale, drop the left elbow over the right thigh, not on the knee joint, and working to draw those thumbs towards the heart center. Untwist. Lengthen through both legs. Pivot towards the left wall. And turn towards the back. Come down onto the right knee, uncurling the toes. Inhale, arms come directly up into the sky. Pointer fingers directly upward. Exhale, diving forward. Dropping those fingers in front of your left toes. Take your forehead towards your knee into that humble posture. Surrendering to what is. Making conscious choices and taking conscious actions to be the change I wish to see in the world. Inhale, use your core strength to rise up. Draw those fingertips back into the sky. Curl your back toes under. Press yourself up into that standing position. Pivot and turn towards your left wall. And then back towards your starting point. Y'all might be turning towards the right wall, sorry. Inhale. Step it forward from that back leg if you need to feel more grounded and secure. And then exhale, dive forward. Drop those fingertips in front of your right toes. Press that knee forward, bend it so that you can take your forehead towards your knee. If you need to take those fingertips forward a bit so that you can more effectively do so, then go ahead. Inhale, rising up. Exhale, cactusing out the arms. Inhale, fingertips rise back up in the sky. Step the left foot forward to meet the right. Pedal it out. Breathe into your body. Finding your Samastihiti or Tadasana pose. And catch your breath. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, cactusing out the arms. Press the heart space forward. Feel that energy radiating forward. Inhale, arms come overhead. Exhale, hinging forward from those hips as you take that swan dive forward. Inhale, half lift. Crown of the head shines forward to the front of the room. Exhale, drop those fingertips into the earth. And slowly and gently inhale, rise up. 2 more times. Inhaling up. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, fingertips rise up. Exhale, hinging forward. 1 more time at your own pace. And then exhale, release those fingertips into the earth. You can walk those feet apart just a little bit if you need to here, so that you can come into that forward fold, hanging posture. Releasing the weight of the crown of the head to the earth. You can gently swing those arms side to side or remain in stillness. Take a gentle bend in your knees. We're going to take a figure 8 movement with our fingertips into the earth in front of those feet. Inhaling forward, exhaling back. And then come back to center, resting those fingertips in front of those feet. Inhale deeply. Exhale, drop those glutes down towards those heels. We're going to come into that Malasana posture. So walk those feet out a little bit if you need to, a little more than hips width distance apart. Elbows come inside the knees, thumbs come into heart center. Close the eyes, draw your awareness in and up towards the brow point center. And take those deep breaths. If you can't come into that Malasana posture, you can visualize yourself doing it, remembering we're never pressing into pain, tingling, or numbness. Release the fingertips down into the earth. Come down onto your knees. Take your feet together to touch each other, curling the toes under. We're going to press the glutes back onto the heels and rise up. Cleaning out, clearing all of those meridians within your body. Arms come overhead on the inhalation. Exhale, take it down through heart center and find that lotus posture. Pinkies to touch, thumbs to touch, base of the palms to touch. That cup to receive. Closing the eyes and visualizing all of the beauty, everything that you're meant to receive today during this practice. Clearing out all of those energetic channels. Taking all of those tree stumps and rocks out of that energetic flow that exists within your own being, allowing it to be as fluid and powerful as it possibly can. If this is too hard, you can come into rock pose, gently resting the tops of the feet into the earth, dropping the glutes down onto the heels. Or you could come into your easy seated posture and visualize. Just a couple more deep breaths here. Inhale deeply. And then exhale, drop those hands in front of the knees and tap out the tops of the feet into the earth. Drop the glutes into the earth, swing the legs around in front of you so that we can come into our Navasana or our boat pose. Bending the knees, gently resting the soles of the feet into the earth. I'm going to move this because we're finishing up our practice and it's all going to be seated. Grab the soles of the feet into the earth beneath you, feeling the connection between you and the Mother Earth, that beautiful relationship, giving and taking. Sustained and supported by that beautiful Mother Earth. Opening up through those arms, palms of the hands face towards each other. Fingertips are directly towards the front of the room. Nice long spine. Feel that string from your heart space, pulling that heart forward towards the front wall. And then on your next inhalation, lifting up through your left leg or your right, you can bend those knees. Make sure your boat does not collapse. Keep the heart space pulling itself towards that front wall as you draw those knees towards the chest. Soles of the feet are flat towards the front of the room. If it feels good, lengthen through your legs. The shaking is good. We're resetting our nervous system. Don't be afraid of the discomfort of the shaking. Just never pressing into pain. But the shaking is good. And exhale. Release the soles of the feet back down into the earth. Lift yourself up and release the fingertips back down into the mat. We're going to come into our fish pose if it's comfortable and safe for you. If you have a compromised neck, any kind of issues where you've been having any pain or tingling or numbness or difficulty with that space, please visualize. Do not go into the full expression of this posture. We're going to lengthen through our legs. We're going to take the sole or the palms of the hands or not soles, kind of, I guess, pressing the hands into the earth. Fingertips are going to be pointed towards the glutes. We're going to drop down onto our forearms. You can tuck your fingertips underneath the glutes if you want to, and draw the elbows towards each other. Gazing towards the front wall to get started, and finding your breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Gazing at your own feet. And just considering all of those places that your feet have taken you. All of the amazing adventures. And all of the amazing ventures that are yet to come. Inhale deeply. And then if it feels safe on your neck, you can exhale. And take your gaze towards the wall behind you by dropping the crown of the head towards the earth. Lifting up through the heart space. Feeling it drawing itself upward towards the sky. Closing the eyes, take those deep breaths. Just relax into the posture. No forcing, no pressing, no straining. Just unfolding and allowing and opening. On your next inhalation, really nice and super, super, super slow. Take the gaze back towards the front of the room. Nice controlled movement. Removing those hands out from underneath those glutes. Use your core to release your spinal cord vertebra by vertebra all the way down into the earth. And take a couple deep breaths. On your next inhalation, take the knees into the chest. Take your hands to the front of the shin bone so you can draw those knees into the heart space. You can take some gentle movement here. Remain in stillness if you're craving peace. And then just holding on to the right leg. Clasp those hands around the front of that shin bone. Inhale, lift up through your left leg. Lengthen through that leg. Exhale, flex the foot. And slowly and gently take it down into the mat. Lengthen through your right arm. Take it directly out from that shoulder. Left hand comes over the right leg, pulling it across the body. Gazing over the right fingertips if it feels safe on your neck. And breathing into your body. Supine twist. Close your eyes if you want to and visualize all of those toxins being wrung out from your organs, all of those vital organs that promote life within your being, that sustain you. Visualize all of those toxins releasing and falling down into the earth, that Pachamama, where she can take those energies and transmute them, that ultimate transmuter that she is, the first transmuter, taking the shit and turning it into life. taking the shit and turning it into a garden, beautiful flowers or vegetables to eat. Totally relaxed. Untwisting the spine nice and slow. Take the knees back into the chest. Holding on to just the left leg this time. Inhale, lifting up through the right, lengthen through that leg, and exhale, flex the foot. Take it down super slow with grace and ease. Reaching out to the left arm this time, take your right hand to the outside of your left leg and draw it across your body. Gazing over the left fingertips if it feels safe. And again, visualizing, wringing out those energies, all of the toxins, all of the stuff that's not serving you, allowing it to fall away into the earth. And untwisting the spine. Take the knees back into the chest. Finding our happy baby posture, grasping onto the outside edges of those feet. Take the knees in towards the armpits and gently swaying side to side or back and forth. You can kick out one leg and then the other. Just allow it to be a playful movement, a playful posture for you. Opening up through those hips and just breathing into the body. Take a couple more deep breaths here. And then you can release those feet and find your final Shavasana posture or any of the other postures that you might need this morning that we didn't cover within our practice today. Coming into that plow pose or rabbit. Any of those postures that are necessary to feel nice and complete in your practice this morning. Being sure to be super safe on the neck always. Never, if you're coming into those plow postures or postures like that, never turning your neck from side to side in those postures. Always keeping the gaze directly up towards the sky so that we don't promote injury within the body. And then whenever you're ready, finding your final Shavasana, totally relaxed into the earth. All of those points of contact from the body to the earth allow you to feel deeply connected to Mother Earth beneath you. On every inhalation, feeling that Mother Earth rising up to support you, to cocoon you, just totally nurturing and loving and supporting. On every exhalation, sinking deeper into her, relaxing, releasing, totally comfortable. While we're laying here in our final Shavasana posture, we're going to practice a heart coherence technique from the HeartMath Institute, used to increase and sustain your personal coherence, that heart resonance, that heart coherence, that vibratory expression. Laying here in this Shavasana posture, breathe and calm yourself in whatever ways you choose. Breathe and calm yourself in whatever ways you choose. Step 2, choose something you appreciate and radiate the feeling of appreciation to it for about 10 breaths, fully radiating the feeling of that deep, deep gratitude and appreciation, that incredible well of love that exists within your own heart. Magical energy of gratitude that unlocks all the doors, removes all the limitations, and opens us up to all possibilities. Nice deep breaths, radiating from your own soul space. Next, evoke a genuine feeling of compassion and care for the planet, everyone, and everything on it. Now radiate the genuine feelings of compassion and care to the planet or a specific area of immediate need. And today we're really focusing on sending that healing, loving energy to everybody who's suffering from any of these issues with the weather, lack of electricity, water, not being able to be warm and comfortable and safe. Radiate that feeling, that genuine feeling of compassion and empathy and love for every single person, every single animal, everything that's affected. Remembering the deep well of love that exists within your own being, within your own soul space. Your ability to love is infinite. Infinite. There are no limitations to the amount of love that you have within your own being and that you can project out into this time and space, anchoring that energy into the universe. And that's why you're here. You agreed to be here at this time and space because it's when your energy, your specific vibration that will never exist again, has the most potency, the most ability to facilitate positive change, the most ability to root and anchor the energies into this universe that are of the highest and greatest good for all. Remembering that even research facilities, different scientific experimentations have confirmed that when an individual is in its heart coherence, the heart radiates a more coherent electromagnetic signal into the environment that can be detected by the nervous systems of other people and animals. And thinking about projecting that radiation of your own heart coherence, your own heart radiation out into this time and space, out to those people, places, or things that need it the very, very, very most right now. Really projecting from that heart space resonance. The more you learn to project that vulnerability of the heart, the more we offer power and strength and sustainability into the world around us. Be the energetic invitation to the people around you that is always uplifting and inspiring and offering hope. What is the quality of the energy that I'm vibrating at? Is it of inspiration and hope? Is it of destruction and hopelessness and sadness? Remembering there's no guilt or shame if it's the latter, but making the changes that are necessary to be, vibrating at that space that is of the quality of energy that I want to anchor into the time and space, being conscious about the energy that I'm projecting and the responsibility of the vibration that I'm emitting. My responsibility for my personal vibration. Slowly and gently, whenever you're ready, start to bring your attention back into your physical being, taking the bridge of the breath, this time from the soul space back to the physical body, just enough that you can begin to take those gentle movements through your fingers and toes, wiggling those fingers and toes, gently turning the head from side to side, taking whatever stretches are necessary for you to wake up your body and draw that life, that prana, that energy into your being consciously on every inhalation and exhaling and letting go of everything that's not serving you. Reaching through the fingertips, pointing through the toes in opposite direction, taking those major, beautiful, deep body stretches. And then drawing the knees into the belly, into the chest. Wrap the hands around the front of the shin bones. Gently rocking side to side for a moment or back and forth. Or drawing yourself over onto your right side in the fetal position and finding your breath, taking a moment to cradle yourself, to feel nurtured and sustained, to utilize, to ask for help from the Mother Earth or the energy of the universe or divinity itself to fully restore you with energy, the power of your own being, life, beauty, love, hope, inspiration. Either rocking and rolling yourself upward into a comfortable seated posture, or pressing into the palm of the left hand and drawing yourself upright into that comfortable seated position so that we can finish our practice today with 3 long Sat Nams. Taking the palms of your hands, pressing the thumbs into the heart space, long, straight spine. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And then inhaling to begin. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Sat Nam. Namaste. The divinity that exists within me honors the divinity that exists within each and every one of you. Your abilities to make your own conscious choices, your own conscious thoughts and actions that you take that support the truth of your own vibration, and pressing that energy out into this time and space, consciously choosing the energy that we anchor into this time and space, which allows that to be the vibration, the invitation that we provide to everybody and everything around us. So thank you guys for joining me today. Sorry I had to record in here again. It's just still way too cold for me to be out in the garage. I'm hoping by this weekend I'll be able to be back out there and things will be much easier for you guys to see me. So thank you for bearing with me. I hope you didn't hear a lot of noise because I'm also in here with all of my family. So thanks for being patient, and I appreciate you guys very much while we've been trying to get things fixed over here. And that's just a great reminder. If we need more time for stuff, ask for more time. If we need help with things, ask for help. Again, don't let pride be your enemy. Utilize the help, the resources that you have available to you when you need them. This is not something to be ashamed of. This is not something to be embarrassed of. It is something that we do to create unity. This is how village atmosphere worked for many, many moons, and it was a very beneficial and beautiful way for communities to thrive, was to find that interconnectedness and to be able to depend on each other in times of need. So don't be afraid to ask for help when you need help, and do not, you know, be afraid to put yourself out there and help others in whatever ways you feel necessary to do so. Hope you guys have an awesome day, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys on Sunday for Kundalini. Bye, guys.